that just happened. Jesus Christ almighty. I don't even believe in God. Bitch. Blocking is a very powerful skill if you actually use it. I typically don't. My brain power is not strong enough to think to block ever in any game I play. Fighting games? Nope, don't block. Beat 'em ups? Don't block. Adventure games? No. The only games I ever block in reliably are the games that have auto block. So like a couple of the Zelda games.
Time to end this little game.
Okay, so can I talk to Farengar? If I can, I should do that, actually. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see, I actually don't know if you're able to just talk to Farengar until after you get the Dragon Stone, but we'll find out, I guess. Man, your boy's just trying to break the game.
Millions I can handle.
It's a shame, isn't it? It's a shame. This is the disciples of course. Not as many pilgrims these days. A big dead tree isn't very Kynareth gives life, and we need a live. I've thought about that. I think if we had some of the sap from the but even if you could get to the Elder Gleam, you couldn't tap it. Not Elder Gleam is older than metal, from a time before men or elves. You'll have to deal with the Hag Ravens. I've heard about the weapon they've made for it's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have. Your spirit is strong. It's held in a Hag Raven nest.
I'm not doing that shit. Hag Ravens? Nah, bitch. Not yet. Fighting hag ravens is not fun until you have way more health. Yeah, so I don't think you can talk to Farengar until, like, after you go and get the Dragonstone. But I should find out first. Hey, dipstick.
It seems this
Oh, you can't,
damnable
okay.
that reminds me. Would you be so kind as to deliver the front? Good.
Do I look
You're
like a
clearly
courier,
better
you
suited than I
fuckhead?
am to carry out such a menial task. You know, if
Oh,
you've got
God,
the
fuck
attitude
off.
option, you should join the Mages College.
Not doing that shit yet. It would be smart because the shouts would give me
Be careful.
some assistance in the early game, but I don't want to trigger dragons yet. Plus, I never start that until after I do Bleak Falls. Just annoying otherwise. Oh, man. So, since I have the frost salts from that dumbass, I have to wait for Arcadia's Cauldron to open first. I like how Arcadia's Cauldron is open, like, basically
Got something for just about everybody.
starting at 8 a.m.
Give a holler.
and fucking Belthor over there doesn't open until like 2.
How do you feel? I think you might be sick.
Assaults,
Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation.
illusion, stamina,
Here.
breathing biz.
These potions
Okay.
should suffice. Come
So
back anytime if you need a remedy.
now I can take a bunch of this stuff.
What do you need, my friend?
Death Bell, feathers.
You'll find
Soldier.
tonics, salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content.
Now the big thing that I need is I need paralysis poison, which I don't recall what you need
You look rather pale.
to
Truly a
craft
taxi.
that.
It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil. I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service.
Bitch. Okay, I doubt I have anywhere near enough of any materials I need, but I'm gonna look it up real quick. Because due to how low my pickpocket skill is, since I just fucking started, I'm not gonna have any chance to steal gold out of her inventory.
I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service.
So I have Imp Stool. Maybe I can... I don't have Swamp Fungal Pods. I could go just find some, but I think that would take a little too long. So I want a little bit more of an immediate payoff here. So, let me see if she has any of these other ingredients that I can afford.
You look rather... Ah,
Hope she
so
does,
you're an
but
alchemist then.
I don't really have that much gold in the first place, actually. Shit. Canis Root. Afford one of those.
I think I can teach you a thing or two.
Shit, that is way more expensive than I thought it was. Okay, so I need more
I have
money for
several of
that.
them. Take a look.
Yeah. So let me make that poison. Use Canis root and imp stool. Give me
Vile poison.
paralysis poison.
Pity the beast that tastes that.
Let me think.
How do you feel?
So how much does it
I
cost
think I
for
can teach you a
one?
thing or two.
250. So, goddamn, it'll probably be like somewhere between 13 and 1500, I think, to buy 5 levels from her. So, oh my god, he's open. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Oh, shit, what?
Everything's... Oh, a bit of this, and a bit of that.
Wait, that's only 2 less than the Imperial armor? Oh, fuck yeah. I'm getting rid of that shit. That's 11. Yeah, but I look for armor more. What else can I need more money.
Call this junk. I call them treasure.
I guess I could sell some of this shit that I don't need. Extreme Magicka. Yeah, I don't need that right now. I'll find more of them later. Potion of Illusion. Yeah. That should be enough. Now...
Got something to say?
Shut up, Beltor. Stop following me, you weirdo.
Say anything you like.
Just say it was level 5. Jesus. Okay. So you...
Maybe a hearty Nord. I think I can teach you a thing or two.
Oh, that was much less than I thought it was. Okay. So it only went up by 10 each time. So... Fun little tidbit for anyone who might be watching. You have a 0% chance to steal gold. Pretty sure that, like, once you hit 100 gold, it starts getting significantly harder to steal it from someone's inventory. But if you use a potion of paralysis, so let me switch that iron dagger, so I don't accidentally kill her or anything. So if you use paralysis,
You look rather pale.
and then wait until they ragdoll. Fuck me. I'm an idiot. Oh my, oh my, oh my, I am brain dead. Let me uncrouch so I can pickpocket this person. An action that requires you to be crouched to do. Okay.
You look rather pale.
Oh, there's a Canis root
Could be
right there I could have
ataxia.
just taken.
It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil.
So,
Pardon me, but I think I can teach you a thing or two.
you can buy 5 levels of alchemy from her. And then, if you go behind her, or if you paralyze her somehow, preferably without her
I
seeing
have
so that you
several
don't
elixirs for sale.
get a bounty. But you paralyze her, you wait for the ragdoll, and then you can steal the gold without her noticing.
Help me! Help me! I hope you're not planning to attack me again. Come back anytime.
And there you go, you got your money back. And then, you can use one of these levels. Or use all of these levels, because that's how this game works. Do I have another imp stool? I don't think I do. No, I don't. So I can't make another paralysis poison. I don't have enough money for that. Or I don't have the correct ingredients for that.
Maybe a hardy Nord like you doesn't need a cure-all, huh? What about an invisibility potion?
But for whatever reason, you can steal from them as they're recovering from paralysis effect, and they won't catch you. The only downside is that now your gold counts as stolen. So if you get arrested for some reason, then you lose it. But that's how you can get 5 free levels of alchemy right away. Because, you know, this game works as intended, you know. Now, I could spec into heavy armor to get Fists of Steel, since my intention on this character is to just beat the shit out of people with my hands instead of using weapons, which I can't do because I don't have anything to increase my unarmed damage. But so logically you could go into Fists of Steel, because then unarmed attacks with heavy gauntlets do their armor rating, but I also don't intend to use heavy armor. Never really have. So my intention is to use these fine arm guards
Wrong with Skyrim
as my brawling arms, just because it looks funny. So that skill will be useless because these are light armor. Which is why I'm going to abuse the Fortified Restoration glitch. Which evidently, based on what I've read online, requires that you have the Benefactor perk, which needs rank 30 alchemy. Which is why I need those, or why I needed those Giant's Toes. Because Giant's Toe. Okay, because anyone who isn't aware, the way leveling skills like alchemy, smithing, what is it? Alchemy, smithing. I can't even think of the others. I think it might just be alchemy and smithing, really. I want to say enchanting, when enchanting is actually different. But, the way leveling skills like alchemy and smithing work is the amount of skill experience gained is reflective of the end value of what you made. So, like, smithing a Daedric sword is obviously going to give more XP than smithing an iron sword is, because a Daedric sword is worth way more. Same as, if you were to refine an iron sword to legendary, it would give more XP than refining an iron sword to fine. And the same goes for alchemy. A potion that's worth 170 gold will give less XP than a potion that's worth 1,000 gold. So you can use Creep Cluster along with Wheat, which are both very common ingredients. You can find them all over the goddamn place. find wheat in like every farm in the game, and then you can find creep cluster all over the place over in Windhelm. Well, actually, I have the exact area right here in this quest. It's the East March Geysers. Has a ton of creep cluster. So you can just run around collecting all the wheat and creep clusters you can find. And then you combine those with Giant's Toes to get what is, as far as I'm aware, the most valuable alchemy potion in the game. Which is how you can power level your alchemy. And combine that with the Thief Stone. Combine that with the Thief Stone and Well-Rested bonus for sleeping in a bed you own. And you'll level up super quickly. Now, if I had a bow, I could have stealth killed or got a sneak attack on him, but I didn't. So, you know. So, snake, fish. Oh. Imagine being one of those people who's run through this so many times that they've memorized what that order is. Oh my god. My memory's not good enough for that shit. I would have needed to have played this game through like 53 probably times. Minimum. I don't know why I gave such a specific number, but I was gonna say like 500, but then I realized I said 50 something first. Because I'm an idiot. But you know, what else is new? Bitch. Actually, I could just sit here and let you guys beat up on me for a bit. Or she's just gonna kill him. God damn it, woman. Oh, weak paralysis poison. Cool. Looks like I'll be able to go get more alchemy levels from that woman. Good God, doing this on that character I was streaming the other day would suck. Because there's poison. There's poison. Fighting frostbite spiders on that character is awful.
It's coming loose. I can feel it. Why should I share the treasure with anyone?
See, it's funny, because you could kill him, which will give you XP on your weapon skills. Or, funnily enough, if you let him run far enough, then he's gonna run into a trap over here and just get absolutely wrecked. Just like that Droger did. I'll take that level up. Free health, I guess. Wow, Bretons are really questionable on their starting stat spread. They have base 15 in both heavy armor and light armor. That's a yikes. Can't get a second point in either of those initial skills. That's shitty. I can't get Benefactor yet. I could put a second point in the sneak thing already, though. Which is exactly what I'm gonna do, because stealth is broken in this game. As anyone who's played Skyrim for any length of time will know. I'm gonna use this axe just because I think it looks better. Looks cooler. Oh, there's another thing over here, huh? I bet this woman's gonna step right on that trap and either kill me or herself. Or both. Yep. Oh, well, she ran too fast. Gotta go fast. Now. Yep. So, I guess it doesn't apply in this dungeon, but... Why am I doing sneak attacks with triple damage? That doesn't make sense. Sneak attacks are supposed to do double damage. Why am I doing triple? But, you can actually pick out which Droger are alive and which ones are actually dead on the walls, because the ones that are alive float. Very slightly, but they float off the bottom of the bottom of the platform they're on. So you'd have to know about it to notice it, really, because it's very slight. Getting close to my carry weight here. Another little trick for early game is that while you don't have the stealth roll, you can still perform the stealth roll by holding the sprint button while you're sneaking and then sheathing your weapon. It causes you to roll for some reason. It doesn't work with magic though. It only works with weapons. If you want to move faster while you're sneaking with magic, you just spam the square button or the weapon to take out and put away your weapon. If you just spam the ever-loving shit out of it, it causes you to move a little faster while you're sneaking. See? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, well, hello.
Hello.
You are very quiet.
I am very quiet. I'm usually very quiet.
No, like, exceptionally quiet.
Well, I did turn down my volume, like,
Yeah, that'll do it.
a few weeks back. Yeah. So, if you're streaming, hi stream, if anyone's watching this, or if you're watching
Yeah, if anyone's watching. Probably isn't.
Probably isn't. I mean, that's usually how it works, anyways.
I still like, honestly, most of what I say while I'm streaming is just the shit that I normally say to myself while I'm playing the game.
I mean, that's usually how.
Because I tend to talk to myself a lot when I'm playing
That's fine.
something like Skyrim.
It's like, what else are you supposed to do? In all honesty,
But
other than Skyrim.
you know,
I'm gonna go
I was playing my other character earlier, my mage character.
Ah, yes, the mage.
And I decided I was going to abuse some exploits. Finally.
Like?
Like the Fortify Restoration loop. So, fun little tidbit for you. Actually, several fun little tidbits for you. So,
What?
to start with, I don't know if you've noticed, because I know you're not as, like, well-informed on this game as I am.
Yes, you'd be very correct. On
There
that.
is no Fortify enchantment, and there is no Fortify alchemy potion. And the
Okay.
thought process behind that was so that way you couldn't say go to an alchemy table, make a Fortify alchemy potion, drink it immediately, and then make a stronger version of the same potion.
Yes.
Which makes sense. Except they
Yeah,
didn't
there's
take
a lot-
into account, or they probably did and they just didn't give a shit, was that you can still just alternate back and forth between making enchantments for Fortify alchemy and then
Yeah.
making Fortify enchantment potions that are stronger, and it just gradually increases in value.
Yeah. Holy shit! How much?
Um,
Did they fucking give me?
But that is very expensive, as I'm sure you can imagine,
Oh yes, indeed.
because you'll need a lot of potion materials and you'll need a lot of just scrap armor pieces and soul gems. Which, to be fair, if you're like me and you put Soul Trap on your crossbow or whatever because you think you're going to use it and then you never use it, or you never use any of those soul gems aside from recharging your crossbow,
Yes.
you're going to have a shit ton of soul gems at some point. But, anyway, you can, subvert that whole process by using the Fortify Restoration exploit. So you can make a potion for Fortify Restoration, right? Well, actually, first you'll want enchantments for Fortify Alchemy, right?
Yeah.
Ideally, you'd want like 26. I mean, not 26, like 25%. But you can make it work even if with like 9%. The only thing, because like I kept trying to do it and I couldn't get it to work. The one thing you need to know is you need to have a skill in the alchemy tree called Benefactor, which requires rank 30 alchemy. Because the Benefactor skill increases the potency of beneficial potions that you brew
Yeah.
by 25%. So, say instead of being 4% boost, it's a 5% boost. You know?
Yeah.
So, apparently the restoration skill, as I was led to believe, does not actually affect solely your restoration skill.
Okay.
Which is to say, like, I was under the assumption that all restoration, as it did as a skill, was it increased the potency of your healing spells and reduced the cost of your healing spells. Because as far as I'm aware, that's all destruction does. It affects the damage you deal with destruction type magic and reduces the cost of casting them.
Yeah.
Fortify Restoration also affects the
Get ready. Trouble ahead.
it enhances the effects of enchantments on your currently equipped armor.
Wait, so it makes it stronger.
So if you have an armor that's enchanted for Fortify Alchemy, You know, like I mentioned in the exploit, right?
Yeah.
So you have gear with Fortify Alchemy, and then you take it and you make Fortify Restoration potions. And then with those Fortify Restoration potions, you drink it, and then without leaving your item inventory, you go to your apparel, unequip your Fortify Alchemy gear, and then re-equip it. Don't ask why, because I don't necessarily know why, but that's just how it works.
As usual.
So then what you do is, since the Fortify Restoration potion is increasing the potency of your Fortify Alchemy enchantments, now you can make a stronger Fortify Restoration potion. So you go, you make a stronger Fortify Restoration potion, quaff that bitch, and then do the same thing where you unequip and re-equip your alchemy armor. And you can keep looping that over and over and over again.
That seems broken, though.
And as long as you have the ingredients, obviously. Which,
Oh, yeah.
yes, it's very broken. If you, like, find Achievement Hunter has a video about it, and a lot of the, like, things you'll find online about how to do it will say, be careful not to loop those steps too many times.
Why? What happens if you...
Because then it'll, like, actually just break the game entirely. It'll, like, make, item values go negative.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, but... Oh, wait, I flipped these backwards, damn it. So, yeah. But that is how you can make that's how you can make, say, a Fortify enchantment potion that makes it so applied enchantments are blank percent, or like 100,000% more effective.
Which is just dang.
Or you can make a Fortify smithing potion that does the same. Which, using that, you can basically insta-level your smithing and alchemy. Because another fun bit, if you don't know, the way, if you aren't aware of how skills in this game level, some of them are a little confusing. Some of them I'm only like just now figuring it out because I like looked it up. But this one I was aware of. Alchemy and smithing give you XP based on the value of your crafted item.
So on here, if you continue to fortify.
So yes, you can use the Fortify Restoration exploit, and in doing so, I'll take that, thank you. So in doing so, you will you can get a Fortify smithing. Let's use smithing. You can get a Fortify smithing potion that increases your smithing potency by, let's just throw a number out there, 233,000%.
Yeah, oh crap, I'm getting shot instead.
Right? Which means that when you go and refine a weapon or a piece of armor, that instead of just upgrading by like 3 points or 5 points, it'll increase to a point where you basically can't take damage.
We're just completely broken.
And because of how high the value of that item will be, because of its stats, it'll give you an exorbitant amount of XP. Alchemy is a little bit of a different... I mean, not alchemy. Enchanting is a bit of a different story. As far as I'm aware, there's no way to really cheese your enchantment level. Because leveling enchantments aren't the same as leveling alchemy or smithing. the amount of alchemy XP is not dependent on the value of the potion. I mean, not... God, I keep talking about alchemy. The amount of enchanting XP gained is not reflective of how much your enchanted item is worth. Because then you could just enchant 50,000 things with the same enchantment. Because some enchantments are worth more. Like, I think Absorb Health is one of the more expensive enchantments in this game.
Yeah.
Instead, the amount of XP you gain for enchanting is reflective of the quality of soul you used.
So the better the soul you
So the
have.
better the soul you use to make the enchantment, the more XP you get.
Alright. Which makes sense.
So, like, using, say, a weapon with Soul Trap while you have a ton of empty black soul gems in your inventory, and you just run through a mine, now you got a bunch of black souls, which are the highest quality souls in the game, and you can just go and enchant a bunch of stuff and get a ton of XP.
Yes.
So, another thing to note is, like, I very rarely actually use beds in this game,
Which...
because the only difference between waiting for an hour and sleeping for an hour is sleeping gives you boosted XP.
Assuming you're not a werewolf.
I think if you're a werewolf, you can still get that. It's just you get rested instead of well rested, which rested is only 5%, I think. Well rested is 10%. So, yes. The well rested bonus is 10% extra skill XP for the next, like, 8 in-game hours. So, and that obviously, that stacks with, like, the Guardian Stones, you know, those 3 stones you pick from at the beginning of the game.
Yes.
The Warrior Stone, the Warrior Stone, the Thief Stone, and the Mage Stone. God damn it, I need to kill that Slaughterfish. Bitch ass over here.
Dude, you know
Alchemy?
what happens tomorrow?
Alchemy evidently counts as, a sneaking skill.
That's true, alchemy does.
So it's boosted by the Thief Stone. I figured it was boosted by the Mage Stone. Clearly I was wrong. But,
Yeah, 'cause it's like right there. Isn't it like in the middle, or is it on the very
yeah, it's
end?
like in the middle. Same with, archery and light armor are, like, in the gray area between the warrior and the thief.
Yeah.
But,
I think archery is primarily warrior.
I don't know. Enchanting is most definitely mage. I looked it up earlier. Because on my mage character, I was working to utilize this exploit to make, because there's a pair of gloves you can get in the Ratway, the sewers in Riften on your way to the Thieves Guild,
Yeah.
called the Gloves of the Pugilist, which have a unique enchantment, Fortify Unarmed, which increases how much damage you deal with your bare fists.
Yeah. Oh, okay,
So the
that's alright.
default value is 10. But because this is Skyrim, you can break that to apply the enchantment on any pair of arms or ring.
Now ain't this a surprise?
So what I was intending to do was I was intending to use this exploit to, I intended to use the exploit to make a ring that boosted my unarmed melee damage by just an absolutely ludicrous amount.
Because, of course.
So then, like, if I really had to, I could unequip the spell and just deck something in the face and kill it.
Pretty much.
Because it was a ring. Except, apparently, I was an idiot, and I sold those arms instead of breaking them.
My sister
Oh.
Camilla.
So I
will
can't get
be
the
happy to
enchantment,
help you.
because that's the only piece of breakable armor in the game that has that enchantment. There's one other source to get that enchantment, and it's a ring, but you can't break the ring.
Yes.
can't break the
Solid
ring?
gold. You
So
found
I don't have
it.
any way to
Put
get
this
the
back where
enchantment
it belongs.
anymore
Never forget this.
on that
Done
character.
a great thing
Which
for me
sucks
and
because
my
I spent a large portion of today farming my
so much
alchemy
for taking
and
care of those thieves.
enchanting up to like rank
Riverwood
70
Trader is back to the way it used to be.
Just to basically have it like, nah, you
to increase the potency to make it a shorter loop.
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasure.
My disappointment is measurable, and my day was ruined. So instead, I went over to this character, which is I intended to just be a joke character, and use this exploit to make gloves that do an absorbent amount of unarmed damage. Except, like I said, it wasn't working. I couldn't get this exploit to work before, because evidently you need to have the benefactor skill, which I don't have because it requires rank 30 alchemy, so I need to get my alchemy up to 30.
Yeah.
Because the other thing I could do is I could just do a loop of fortify alchemy enchantments, fortify enchanting potions, and just keep looping back and forth. Except that is so expensive. Anyway, benefits of finding that golden claw: I can take the gold and iron sword off of this guy's counter and then just sell it to him.
Take a look.
Nice.
Let me sell your own stock to you, you dipshit. Hold that. So, getting your alchemy up to rank 30 is not hard at all. So, like, this character, the Breton race, starts with,
Be careful.
rank 20 alchemy?
Yeah.
So it means I only need to get 10. And the runner of the alchemy shop in Whiterun, Arcadia, on top of doing a little side quest for her, lets you just take the stuff right off of her shelves. She's also an expert alchemy teacher, which means she can teach you up to rank 75, I think. It might just be rank 70, actually. I think she can teach you up to rank 70 on your alchemy, right? At increasing costs of gold. And of course, you can only buy 5 levels per character level.
Oh, they can throw rocks at me. What the crap?
And you know, that gets really expensive.
Yeah.
My very first character, when I went through and did all the work to max out my smithing and get level 100 smithing so I could make dragon scale armor, I went to Yorland Greymane, who is a master smith, which means he can teach you up to, I think, 90, if not 100.
I'm sure you'll find it.
Um,
Let me know.
I just paid him an exorbitant amounts of money.
What do you need, my friend?
I've been using that word a lot today. I don't know why. Exorbitant. But,
Say exorbitant.
So
I'm getting rocks thrown at me. And it's kind of funny.
I think you might
what
be
are you playing?
Dishonored.
Oh. So
Yeah, not Dark Souls, believe it or not.
so
I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you. You look rather
so you know, it takes a lot of money.
quite a problem.
The thing about so the big difference between teacher gold, or like spending gold on buying skill levels as opposed to spending money in the shop,
You have but
is
to
that the gold
ask. Pardon me.
you spend on skills goes into their inventory,
For that.
Yeah.
so you can steal it back.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
So a good example of how you can abuse that is that one guy in Riverwood, Faendal, I think is his name,
Find tonics, salves.
the
archer?
elf.
Yeah. Oh, dude just died by dropping.
The elf is he's a low tier
Ah, crap, I wanna die!
He's a low tier archery teacher.
Yes.
So what you can do early on in the game
Maybe a
is you
hardy
can
lord
did.
doesn't need a cure-all, huh? What
you
about
can
visit-
do his little side quest or whatever,
And then,
and then that lets
Basic-
you
What are you doing?
have him as a follower. And then
train
you can-
with him, follow him,
Yeah,
or have him
you
as
can-
a follower, and then steal all his money again
What are
that
you
Yeah.
you just spent.
Exactly.
That's what I did.
So a lot of people do. So by doing that, you get free levels.
Exactly. I mean, you still gotta
Um,
spend some time.
A little more difficult with someone like Arcadia, who can't be a follower.
Pickpocket.
Or so you can pickpocket. Yeah, exactly. Except, pickpocketing gold.
Tonics, salves, poultices,
So
potions,
I'm sure you're aware, the percent chance you have for a successful pickpocket is based on the weight and value of what you're trying
Yeah.
to steal.
Could be ataxia.
So the more gold that you're trying to pick
So, and you
more
can't
likely
take
you're
gold
caught.
one at a time. So I'm pretty sure once you hit like 100 gold, even if you have like maxed out pickpocket, once you hit 100 gold, it starts to become very hard to steal it.
Yes.
Eventually, it becomes physically impossible to steal it because it's a 0% chance. Well,
I think
the
I
issue with
maxed out.
that is besides the fact that leveling pickpocketing is a bitch.
Oh, dude, I just got arrested and did it that way.
So no, pickpocket, not lockpicking.
No, I know. That's how I did it.
All right.
I found a prisoner who was facing the wrong way, and just on the other side of the gate, sat there for a couple
Honestly,
of hours.
I'm
just
sitting here
putting in
talking to
stuff,
you and
it
taking
out.
all the potions off of this woman's shelves and throwing them into a cauldron.
Yeah, pretty much.
So anyway, so you could kill Arcadia and then just take it off her body. Except Arcadia doesn't have a replacement, so if you kill her, her shop never opens back up.
Dang, you don't want to do that.
And, I can't steal it. I have a 0% chance to steal.
Need
Yeah.
something? I think I can teach you a thing.
There's a little trick that I have, though, that I learned.
Oh.
For stealing things that have a 0% chance to be stolen. It's this little thing called paralysis poison. Or-
You put that in their
Or
pocket.
paralysis of any kind.
You put that in their pocket because you can play stuff easier than you can. steal
Yeah,
stuff.
except
That
you
way-
need it's a skill, you need a specific pickpocketing skill. I shouldn't have clicked that button. You need a pickpocket skill before you
That
can
allows you to-
poison people by putting poisons in their pockets. And that
It's like the whole time
requires
putting the life
pickpocket
in
rank
people's pocket.
40.
Dude, it
Um,
is 12:34. I know it's not too late, but at the same time, I gotta wake up at 8
but
because I walk tomorrow, so I'm gonna be going to bed.
well, anyway, let me finish explaining
Yeah,
this.
I'll let you finish first, and then.
So-
I'll go to bed.
So yeah,
like
I have an iron dagger in my inventory because iron daggers are like the weakest non-barehanded weapon in the game. Except wooden swords. I think wooden swords have 1 less damage.
Just one.
I'm pretty sure
thought
an
they
iron
were
dagger
pieces.
is actually about the same strength as barehanded melee. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, you can use paralysis. So I just spent a ton of gold buying 5 alchemy levels from her. Now I'm gonna paralyze her. And then as soon as you know how paralysis is like when it times out, they just ragdoll for a second and get back up.
Yes.
If you open the pickpocket menu like as soon as they start ragdolling, you can just steal it and they don't notice, even if it's a 0% chance.
That is ridiculous, but it works.
So I just stole my money back,
I think I can teach you a thing or two.
just by
and I could use it to buy another 5 levels from her, but it's kind of
All right,
pointless.
then.
Yeah,
We
that's
offer
true.
remedies
But
for
hey, it's
ailments
possible.
both common and rare.
So yeah, there's a little
Broken.
note for you.
But awesome. I'll be sure to keep that in mind whenever I play again. Alright, man. Well, I'm walking across the stage tomorrow, so.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, I'll walk across the stage tomorrow.
Isn't your are you not still closed?
We are.
So what How?
They're
What?
doing a virtual graduation for our school. Like they're
Okay.
gonna have each student walk up individually and have it like parents and stuff can be there to support their kids and like watch them walking across. That's like the main thing.
Yeah, I think one of my brother's friends, her college did that,
Yeah.
and her cat kept getting in her way.
Nice. But it's like the thing is, it's like we go to the school. They have it set up in the gym. It's like this giant stage. Stuff. So they'll like call your name out like they normally would. You'll walk across, get your diploma, and then like you can go with your family outside and get pictures and stuff. Then you go home, and on the 28th, which is our actual graduation date, they're gonna have it. They're gonna get all those recordings of everyone walking across the stage. They're gonna put them together, and they're gonna make it like an actual graduation, but you're gonna be watching it from home. So at least you can have more people with you there.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you saw it. The camping add-on, the
I
camping
got
creation
that.
club. Yeah,
It's right before I turned on Dishonored,
yeah.
and then I got bored because I got caught and I was about to die, and I was like, no, I still gotta go to bed anyways.
Camping is like, I don't know,
Is it
man.
good?
So it costs 3 firewood and 1 leather to make a set of camping supplies.
That's not too bad.
And then the way it works is you just like go out somewhere, you open your inventory and use it, and then hit set up camp, and it puts a new fast travel point right there,
So you can put it anywhere.
anywhere outside. I don't know if you're locked to only one camp active at a time or not, but because I've only used it once. Because it's like if you've explored enough, there's no real points where you're like, oh, I could do with another fast travel point right there.
True.
But like, yeah.
For me, seeing as I have like a lot of open area in the middle, definitely wouldn't hurt to.
This is, I don't know, one of my characters, I think it's my mage, is really buggy for some
Yeah.
reason, and is like, I can't buy the house in Riften for some reason. I can't buy the property in Morthal, I think it is. It won't let me do any of that stuff. I'm like, why?
Yeah, could be any reason. Alright, man, well, I will talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So?
I'm probably gonna have to, like tomorrow, like, check the, waltz, or whatever. I don't know if if waltz is a thing over there. But,
You have to be more specific.
It's
I
a
don't think
grocery
it's
store.
Wise. Okay, yeah, I know we don't have that then.
I'm gonna
we
have
don't
to,
have
like,
that down here.
I'm gonna have to, like, look there and see if I can get a night job there.
Hey, anything, honestly.
I need
Anything
money.
like-
I need money. Like, I really want Postal 2. I
You want
really
Postal
want to
4?
get... Postal 4 can wait until it's a little less janky.
Hey, he only had it crash how many times again?
I don't know, man. Plus, there's not enough to do in that yet.
I don't know.
There's like one day. But, I want to get Breath of the Wild on my Switch, finally. I've been wanting to play through that game again for so long, and I don't have it on my Switch. Because I had it on the Wii U, and my Wii U is, not very functional anymore.
Oh. Interesting.
Oh, hey, that reminds me. There's Heartstones on this shelf in this house, which reminds me. So, I don't know if you've done much of the Dragonborn DLC.
No.
There's a quest line
Oh, no.
that gives you a spell called Summon Ash Guardian. And the way that spell works is you need a Heartstone in your inventory, otherwise you summon it and it turns hostile immediately.
Actually, I think I know what you're talking about. now.
For some reason, that spell, whether or not the Ash Guardian is hostile because you had a Heartstone or not, regardless, that spell is mildly broken in the sense that you can use it to get an infinite number of,
Ash Guardians?
no, of, souls.
Oh.
Because you can summon an Ash Guardian and then Soul Trap and kill it, and it gives you a Grand Soul. which you know is like the second best
And
type
if
of
it's
soul
not
in the game.
hostile, it's easier to do.
Yeah, which you know is like the second best soul type. But I
Exactly.
think the order of souls is petty, lesser, common, greater, grand, and then black. And the only things that drop black souls are humans.
Yes, killing people, my favorite thing. to do.
Also, a little thing that I've discovered today, because leveling spells is interesting. You don't need the spell to work necessarily. So you can level your conjuration off of spamming a resurrect spell that's too weak.
Oh, that's what I did.
So I was like, hey,
I did
let me
that
get
with
some
Soul Trap on a
conjuration
Mud
levels,
Crab.
because you need conjuration level 90 to get the sigil stone, which lets you summon Daedra in the college.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
did. I did that with the mud crab. Like I just
Yeah.
killed a random mud crab and soul trap constantly the entire
So I was
time.
like, oh,
Conjuration
I've got
level.
this reanimate zombie spell. Let me go cast it on that dragon corpse outside that I just killed.
Did it work?
No,
No.
it was so funny. I actually almost peed myself laughing.
It just
So
didn't work.
instead of like, you know how when you shoot a body with the spell, it moves a little bit if it didn't work, and then it says, "Oh, they're too strong."
Yeah.
That's not what
It
happens
didn't
if you try to
explode.
resurrect a dragon corpse.
Did it explode?
No. No. I think it was reanimate
bones-
zombie. So it's like, a weak body. So I dual-handed it and shot it at the dragon corpse. And instead of, like, hitting the skeleton and flinching slightly, it catapulted the skeleton.
Oh gosh.
I was sitting there following the skeleton around, shooting it with the spell. Watching the skeleton just fly off. Oh, it was so funny.
I would do that too.
Oh, it
I mean,
was
what else
so
you-
funny. But yeah, I'm gonna have to like see if I can get a job as like a night job at the Waltz, like restocking or something.
Just like get some kind of payment.
Yeah, because I need some money, especially because as much as we all hate it right now, there's gonna be another expansion for Destiny, of course,
True.
and
Enough money.
hopefully this one isn't gonna suck. I'm not saying Shadowkeep was bad, but like, I also
Shadowkeep was
want to
actually
point out,
good.
Shadowkeep has been the first Destiny expansion that has not introduced a new enemy type.
True. 'Cause we got introduced into everything right off the bat.
And like, obviously, I don't really trust them because they're just leaks right now, and they have yet to confirm anything. But like, some of the leaks that have come out about the next fall expansion are looking like there's going to be a lot of shit, like a new enemy type or like a new enemy race and all that,
Oh, maybe we'll.
which would
find
make
out something better.
sense. First off, because they're finally building on that whole triangle ship thing.
2 years later.
Yeah, 2 years after they woke up.
Oh, that.
Like, I think so. Like, this thing with the Rasputin's bunkers is he has like a map of the solar system, and the 1 week a triangle light started showing up at the very edge of the map, and every week it has gotten closer and closer. And like, also every week more and more ships show up. There's a lot of them, but I think like the calculations said that like the because everything in there is Russian, of course, so I can't read it. But I think the first playable location that is on that solar system map is Titan,
So it starts on Titan.
and I believe the like the math that people did showed that the triangle ships would reach Titan on like the last week of this current season. So they are going to have to build up something really well in this coming season.
I just hope that they do, and then just another go grind. That's
I
it.
think one of the big like YouTubers or whatever, put up a thing saying he's ready and waiting for the next mindless mob farm that Bungie's gonna put in for next season.
Yeah.
And like someone like Cosmo or something respond with, "You are not ready." So hopefully they have something better than this shit they had this season planned.
Like all the previous seasons.
This has been the worst
well.
season yet.
Yeah, that's why I haven't even played it. So.
The only good thing to have come out of it so far, and I use good as a loose term, is the exotic that we just got for the Guardian games, because it's fun as shit.
That's good.
Having a Cabal Gatling gun is so fun.
Oh, I bet. Alright, man, but I do need to go to bed because I gotta wake up early, so I will talk to you tomorrow, because tomorrow's my day off, so...
Hey, guess what, though, too? I'm done with my work, finally! I did my last final today.
The entire time.
I did my last final today.
How did that go?
A little agitating, because it was logic.
Oh.
My logic professor has a very, very bad tendency of super overcomplicating stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there was one time he took 15 minutes, and I'm not exaggerating, 15 minutes to explain a concept. And then he finally finished explaining this concept, and this one guy that was in my logic class I had physiology with, too. So, we go to physiology. And he's like, and we're just like, he could have explained that in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
If he didn't have to use big words that we don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, he's using all these big words, taking all this time to explain this, and afterwards, I was sitting there, and I'm like, I said it under my breath, of course. I was like, or, what you could have said was that it will happen only if this happens. See how hard that was? One of the questions on the test was like, to give you an example of how he likes to overcomplicate things. One of the questions on the final read, what is the probability of drawing a Queen of Hearts followed by a Queen of Diamonds, assuming both cards are going to be red?
Well, then.
Well, if it's a Queen of Hearts and a Queen of Diamonds, what the fuck else is it going to be but red?
Pretty much.
But, you know, whatever.
What's a naked guy?
Oh my god, so I need to do another one of my, like, system purges, you know, where I, like, go through all the clips I have on my console.
See what's worth uploading, what's not.
Yeah. I was playing Rocket League, which, let me say, that game is really starting to piss me off.
Yeah.
I've played 15 matches in Rocket League.
Lost all of them.
My first 2 matches were complete stomps in my favor. The last 13 I've just gotten demolished.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, sure, whatever.
Stupid.
The closest, well, I say that, it was 12 matches in a row that were just complete and utter stomps. And then my last match, it was a very close. I joined in like the last couple minutes.
Oh.
It was very close. It was 1 point their team, then the other team scored, then the other team scored, and then the other team scored. It just kept going back and forth. And there's 3 seconds left. They just scored, gained a 1 point lead. So, serve starts up, and I just jet straight for the ball, as does everyone, and jumped up and hit it at just the right angle so it went from serve and went flying through the air right towards the goal. And the way Rocket League works is it keeps the timer at 1 second until the ball hits the ground.
Oh.
The ball hit the ground on the fucking goal line.
Oh no. I'd be pissed.
So it didn't count as a goal. And we lost.
I'd be pissed. Alright, well, I do need to go to bed though now.
Did you check my have you checked my channel recently?
I have not. I will.
I think I put something up the other day that was like, this is really stupid.
What was it? What was it?
I don't even remember what it was.
I'll look it up. Alright.
Oh wait,
Hi,
no,
man.
never mind. I know exactly what it was because I think all I've put up recently were Destiny clips, and one of them was I chucked a trip mine on a wall, and you know those Scorn that go invisible, or whatever.
Yeah.
He went invisible and ran past the trip mine, so it went off. And it tagged him for immune damage, but I think the trip mine blew up the barrel, and the barrel killed him. And then you just see his body doing a cartwheel through the air.
Nice.
It was pretty funny. Oh, good. Alright. Probably about to have another 4.5 hour stream, just like I did the other day.
I'm about to try to sleep and then wake
Yeah.
up early. 'Cause, yeah.
Good luck with that.
Night, man.
Yep. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna take a piss. Alright, back to breaking this game. So, I need Fortify Alchemy enchantments. Which I don't have anything I can put that on, do I? Nothing but my arm guards, and I'm not using those. Actually, I'm gonna put those on here so I don't lose it. So, yeah, the first thing that needs to be done is I need to make Fortify Alchemy gear. Which means I need arms, a helmet. I don't have a... There's a hat. I don't have a, coin purse. Ah, spiced wine. What? Jeweled pitcher, what the hell? Okay, but, I don't have anything to enchant that with. Huh. Okay. All I've got is a hat. Sucks, but it should work. Hat. Fortify alchemy. Of course, all of that has a lesser soul, too. Which is shit, but... Then, I need to make Fortify Restoration shit, huh? Which is Onysian Longfen. I don't think I have anything else except for salt piles, so... Let's just try this. Onysian Longfen, salt pile. 22% already. Alright, well... Which did I get Benefactor? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Damn it. Benefactor. Really, that's all I need to do, specking into that. I forgot to put on the hat, too. Not that it's gonna make a difference, but it's only 1%. Oh wait, what the hell am I doing? I should go to the Dawnstar chest. Okay, so we want to go to Dawnstar, which I haven't been there yet, so I don't know why I went to Morthal. I'm pretty sure Morthal you can't actually ride a carriage from Morthal. Boy. I'm just all the fuck over the place right now. Okay, yeah, let's go back to Whiterun. Oh my, the fun of a new character, not having any fast travel locations pinged. I mean, I could go and do some of the Creation Club shit, except I'll just get demolished.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. Get up there.
Hi there.
You lost? You've come to Dawnstar at a strange time, friend.
Seems everyone in the town is having nightmares.
Divine sakes, Trouble? Who do you think?
If you know any true sons and daughters,
we're not soldiers anymore.
Oh man, Ulrich is wearing his old Legion armor. What should I make of that?
He's proud of his service, Skald. The Legion taught us loyalty, and we're loyal to Dawnstar.
This isn't over. I catch you sending one letter to General Tullius. I'll have you both executed.
You come to Dawnstar, not a single man or... If people aren't... I hear Mara has sent one of her priests to the inn to try to calm... Drowning your troubles in mead? A lot of folks are doing that these... As for work, you could try to catch Skald in a good mood, but your best bet would be working in the mines. They're on opposite ends of town. Stay out of trouble now.
my duty is to guard Brina. Watch your hands around the leg. I've been in the Legion all my life. I'm content.
So for anyone who's not aware of this, I believe what this is it's a, it's the, so, okay, I think the way merchants in this game work is they all have a chest somewhere, usually underground, out of bounds, whatever. Honestly, I'm pulling most of this out of my ass. I could be totally wrong. But, the way it works, I believe, is merchants, have their inventory stored in a chest somewhere. Out of bounds, usually. And what that means is that, the way shops work is their inventory's in a chest, and everything has the price, whatever. So when you buy something, your gold goes into the chest. When you sell something, the item goes to the chest. And again, usually these are out of bounds, so you can't get to them. For whatever reason, this one, which is the chest for the Khajiit merchant caravan, is above is in a weird enough spot. Why are there two of those, the hell? Is in a weird enough spot that you can access it above ground, which is what you're seeing here. So, like, that's why one of the good ways to make money is you can or to get stuff. Yeah, one of the good ways to make money
These dreams are real, I tell you.
is you can wait for this caravan to show up here in Dawnstar, and then when the caravan shows up, you like the caravan is here right now, actually.
May the sun warm your path. The wind blows bitter cold. Bandits harass the caravans at every step, but Khajiit usually scare them off. There is warm sand.
So you go to the merchant.
So many
That's what they have for sale. I actually don't. Actually, that chest might not be the same one. But, so what you would do is you would sell all your shit to them, and then go to the chest and just pick it back up.
May the sun keep you warm.
Which I actually think that that is a different chest. And that these guys have a different chest that you can only access when they're here. I'm gonna look this up, actually. Just because I kind of want to find out, too. Yeah. So that chest is the, Khajiit's inventory.
The road. Please, take a look.
Oh, I'm confused as to why this stuff is here now. Because this definitely wasn't all here, like, 5 seconds ago.
Until our next
In that
meeting.
chest. I'm gonna go check that chest again. I mean, I think the way it is that I'm on the right track, but I'm, like, ever so slightly off as to what exactly that chest is.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
Yeah, then you should go to the name, whatever. Oh, yeah. It's full of shit now. Always take iron ore. Then eventually you can get a transmute spell. Then eventually you can get a transmute spell, which will let you turn that iron into gold, and then use the gold to make rings. And then you can use the ring, and then since it takes 1 gold to make 2 rings, you could go from there to you go from that to making Let me take all these potions. Oh god damn! I just lost my train of thought. 100,000%. I have no clue what I was going on about. Oh yeah, gold and iron transmute. So you can take the transmute still to turn all the iron ore into silver ore, and then turn silver ore into gold ore, and then refine the gold ore into gold ingots. And since it only takes 1 gold ingot to make 2 gold rings, it's, as far as I'm aware, one of the most efficient ways to level your conjuration. Because it lets you get 2 gold rings that you can enchant both of. And, you know, the higher the quality soul, like I was telling my friend earlier, the higher quality soul that you use, the more enchanting XP you get. And since you get 2 gold rings for 1 gold ingot, because like I said, it's not the value of the product that counts like it is for smithing, it's the quality of soul used. So as long as you have enough like high quality souls, you'll be getting a ton of XP for each of those enchants.
It means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs. Thank you. Another poem, I bet. What's this? If that oaf thinks all I'm going to do is stay, you can tell Sven that he already has a mother. I'm not speaking to him anymore.
We're completely...
Riverwood's agreeable enough, I suppose.
I appreciate your help. Please, take this. Some gold I've... Looks like you've already got someone with you.
We've stopped. What is it? I'm heading home, if you need me.
Divine smile on you. Lead the way.
Still here. I'll show you what I know. What do you want me to carry?
Let's get going then. I've got your back.
I'll head back home if you need me.
Want to hear a little Nord with? Let's not waste any time.
Oh man, okay. What am I doing here? What the hell's Orphan Rock? Get there from Helgen, whatever it is. I don't remember that place at all. I'm gonna go figure out what that is. Okay. Oh boy, bandits. Wait. Wrong button. There we go. Yeah. Let's find out what that is. Also, discover this camp. Because, as per usual, I'm gonna decide to storm close. I mean, sure, they're kind of racist against anyone who's not a Nord, but, like, Skyrim is for the Nords. Come on, do the thing. I know you can. Do it all the time when I'm playing Skyrim. Can't think of a single character I haven't done this shit on. Okay, Falkreath Stonecloak Camp. What's this? There's enemies back here. Whoa, that was a nice spike. Bitch. Ow. Orphan Rock. Oh, I'm gonna get fucking murked here. Holy shit. Whoa! Listen here, dickweed. Who the hell do you think you are? Jesus. Oh, that's a hag raven. Yeah, let me do this. God damn it, dude, yeah, ravens. Okay, that's illegal, bitch. Wow, Nettleman. Okay. Jesus Christ, orcish arrows already. Well. Some of the shit that's on this table doesn't even make sense, but alright. That would explain why Orphan Rock was marked on my map. But, okay. Well, let's see. So. I need something with a much better Enhance alchemy effect. Oh, yeah. I knew you should do this too. Boop. There we go. Is that just walking down there? Okay. Oh, I still have that hat. Oh well. Hat that isn't doing anything for me. I'm pretty sure it doesn't even have an armor value. It has a 1% fortify alchemy and 0 armor value.
How do you feel?
Battleborn, give me your money.
Oh, I forgot I had rock joint. There we go. That'll fix it.
Do you have anything even remotely fresh?
I can assure you it's all fresh. I hunt the game myself every day.
I spend a lot of time at the market stall, so I
As
can
you
learn
say.
the merchant's trade.
Maybe
I need
you'd like
more
to try the
experience
pork,
if I'm going
or
to run an
some
inn
meat.
someday.
You don't prepare the meat with any of those strange elven spices, do you?
Ah, no elven spices, just some salt to preserve it. You're not afraid of salt, are you?
I'm not afraid of anything. I simply prefer quality merchandise. No, this meat won't do it all. Too much fat. Smells
Fat is the best part,
Suit
my
yourself,
good
then.
sir.
The woods are that way, outside the walls. Walk straight ahead. Can't miss them. Good luck on your hunt.
Good day.
See that?
Raleigh,
That right
do you
there?
ever deal with the Khajiit at all? I'm sure they would love to trade
The
with
finest
Robertson's
cuts.
steel.
Fresh
That guy
from the
right there.
wilds.
Come to chat with the
He is where my Thane get out of jail free card goes. On every single playthrough. So I need salt, and I need fortified alchemy.
Isolde, was it? What brings you?
Oh god, Nazim.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a everything. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Do you even have magic, wielding, restoration? Nope. Damn it, dude. Here we fucking go again. Actually, that reminds me. I think
You come back.
this is a trick, isn't it? You, hit them, and then reload. I think I remember hearing that it causes your inventory to refresh for some reason.
A bit of that.
Yeah, it's different shit now. Of course, still doesn't have anything I need.
Remember, I'll give you help.
So I suppose we're gonna sit here until he gives me something with fortify alchemy.
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Remember, I'll give you... What?
Oh man, this stream is just gonna be filled with blank spots. Maybe I should just like not stream it.
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
I feel like I should just stop streaming, considering this is what this stream is gonna be filled with until I get what I need.
Remember, I'll
give you the best deals or die trying, you're goddamn right. Because I'm gonna smack the fuck out of you every time you don't give me what I need. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut this stream. There's no point to have it keep going if this is all I'm gonna be doing for the next hour.
Me, I call them treasures. Remember, I'll give you... What?